And I want to talk to you about the denial stage. When I first heard the news of my grandpa's passing, I completely just shut down. I thought, there's just no way. I was just with him yesterday. How can this be? I knew he was sick, but I didn't think it was going to happen so suddenly. They said time was limited, but I never knew it was just going to happen overnight. I was really close with him, and then when they called us in the morning and gave us the news of his passing, I still didn't believe it. I even went to the hospital, to his room, and it was true. He was gone. But I personally completely shut down. I withdrew from my friends, my family. I wasn't even doing good in school. They put me in dropout prevention. And it being my senior year in high school, right before prom and graduation, really messed with me. I just completely withdrew from the whole world and thought to myself, why did this happen? And it was just so hard, and it took me a while. Like, I denied it for the longest time. Like, there's just no way. And until the funeral where I was there, it set in.
Charity, and today I'm going to talk to you about the anger stage of the grieving process. When someone is in the anger stage, they typically are asking, why me? Why did this happen? Why, God, would you let this person die? And they're having a constant dialogue of emotional pain coming out of them, either to God or just to somebody. They're angry. And for me, I experienced anger after one of my friends died, and I wasn't even home to be able to be near the family or near my friends who also were grieving the loss. And I was just angry, and I was asking, why, God, why did you let this happen? Why somebody so young, somebody who hasn't even started their life yet, why would you let them die? And it really just, it kind of threw me into a depression. But I just remember being so angry and just screaming into my pillow at night and yelling and wondering, what could I possibly do while I was all the way in another state and this was going on.
Knees and their knee pray, take the very breath you gave me, take the heart from my chest. I'll gladly take her place if you'll let me. Make this my last request. Take me out of this world. God, please.
Hi, my name is Nikki, and I'm going to share a little bit about my experience with the bargaining stage of grief. As an 8-year-old, I lost both of my parents. They were killed, and was a very traumatic experience for me to go through. I remember being very angry and asking and pleading with God, begging almost, if I'm a good girl, dear Lord, please, if I'm a good girl, would you please bring back my parents? If I don't fight with my brother, I promise I'll be a good girl, I'll get good grades, I'll do whatever you want me to do, just please bring back my parents. And thinking, what am I going to do now?
Dear Slim, I wrote you, but you still ain't calling. I left my cell, my pager, and my home phone at the bottom. I sent 2 letters back in autumn. You must not have got them. There probably was a problem.
Depression comes after bargaining. It's the second to the last stage in the 5 stages of grief. It is a very accepted and normal way of grieving. It's not like a different kind of depression. This one is extremely normal to go through. When someone's depressed, they withdraw themselves from doing the things that they once loved to do, the people that they once loved to hang out with, friends, family. They feel as though they're alone, no one can relate to them at the time, and they feel as though there's no point in going on, moving forward with their life. When I battled depression, it was when my grandfather was diagnosed with cancer. It started out within his eye and spread through his liver and his bones. He was my closest grandparent, and it was really sad to see. Once he died, my depression was really sinking in, and it lasted for about 3 months. I didn't enjoy the things that I once had loved to do, and I really just kept to myself.
I woke up late today and I still felt the sting of the pain, but I brushed my teeth anyway, got dressed through the mess and put a smile on my face. I got a little bit stronger.
Okay, the last stage in grief would be acceptance, which is finally coming to terms with everything's going to be okay, and actually coping and dealing and being able to freely talk about the experience that you had with death. You have to finally realize that you're going to make it through, and you have to think positive. For me, I lost my great-grandmother, who I was very, very close to, when I was about 12. She found out she had pancreatic cancer, and 4 months later, she passed away. I never got to say goodbye, and I was really devastated for how close I was with her, that she passed away, and I never got that closure. And her passing really affected me. You're never ready for the passing of a loved one, and accepting it is really, really difficult. But the way you do it is just think positive about everything. Not talking about it is worse than anything. You have to express your feelings about death. I mean, death is a scary thing. It's an unknown, and as long as you remember the memory of that person and everything that affected you about them, you can get past it and think about the bright side of things.
Never be the same, but I'm telling myself I'll be okay, even on my weakest.